What's up, guys? Kirsty Snyder here with Daniel Comp. We are ready to rock tonight, and we are excited that you're on the replay. It is June 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're catching the replay from our playlist, please put replay in the comments below, and then pay attention as we go through things. The document reference tonight is going to be inside the description underneath this video, so be sure to use it as your advantage, okay? And then be intentionally present. We're going to let everyone in now and get rocking. Thanks for coming on the replay. All right.
All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Piling on in. All right. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I hope you guys are fired up and excited. We are going to pop in a training tonight that we haven't done in a while, and I think it's going to be pretty helpful for you guys. So we're going to dive right into it. It's not going to be, hopefully not going to be a super long training tonight, but it is going to be a slightly technical training tonight. So I'm excited for that. I like doing these techie trainings every now and then. And it is all about content, and it is all about getting out there and just kind of creating short, quick, sweet, punchy videos that get attention and that really hold people's attention. And what I'm actually going to do with you guys tonight is I'm actually going to record a video live, edit it live, and literally get it ready to post. So I basically want to take you guys through my entire process so you guys can kind of get a feel for what that looks like. And the same exact process, just like we've been doing, guys, all the way through the month of May and beyond, showing you guys point blank exactly what we do every single day. Like, this is how we create a full-time income. So just like we went over with you guys in May, the DM formula, talking about TikTok here, go clone our accounts, go do exactly what we're doing. You know, we're giving you that, inside baseball tonight, right now, and showing you exactly what we do, how we do it. So you literally just have to kind of turn around and go do it. That's it. Simple as that. So that being said, before we get started, before we get started, I want to throw a couple of shout outs out there. I want to shout out some folks that are out there in the funnel team, that are out there in the world of, out there in the world of Savings Highway, that are just absolutely rocking it right now, crushing it, taking massive action. And it's going to sound crazy, but I'll get into that in a minute. So first and foremost, big, super huge shout out to you. Relax, big guy. My dog's out there barking. Big, huge shout out, super massive shout out. Posted this earlier to Catherine DeLeon. She just hit 1,000 people on her team. That is absolutely huge. She is rocking and crushing a full-time income right now at Savings Highway Global and the funnel team. Guys, 1,000 people on your team, that is the senior executive rank, in case you don't know. That is also, aside from matrix pay, aside from check match, aside from fast start bonuses, that is an additional $500 a month in a just senior executive, what's called a rank bonus. So that is super, super cool. So when you guys get to certain ranks, I think the first one is executive trainer, if I'm not mistaken. That's 500 people on your team. That's when you start getting monthly cash bonuses just for being at the level you are. So there's certain cool things that happen along the way, like when you get to director or when you get to executive, which is 10 people personally sponsored, you start earning cool things like getting check match, either 5% check match or 10% check match on your personal referrals. What does that mean? That means for you, if you personally sponsor Barbara, and then Barbara comes in and brings in a big team, and you have check match on Barbara, you get 5 or 10% of everything that Barbara earns. So for someone like Catherine, not only is she getting check match on all of her personally sponsored people, which is literally hundreds of people, she's getting matrix pay, she's getting residual income with the matrix pay, She's getting fast start commissions by people joining her because she's a baller. And she's now getting an additional $500 a month for staying consistent, never giving up, and never quitting. And it's just absolutely awesome to see people win, So shout out to her. She's kicking butt, she's taking names, and it's awesome to see. Now, I also want to shout out some new people. Kylie Flowers, man. I don't know who this girl is, where she came from. She came out of nowhere. I'm in my, commissions every single day, looking at who's bringing people in and seeing who's sponsoring who. And I kept seeing this name, Kylie Flowers. I'm like, who the heck is Kylie? So I reached out to Kirsty and I was like, who the heck is this Kylie Flowers? Like, she's kicking ass and taking names. Like, what's going on there? And she's on beast mode right now, man. She's just on absolute beast mode. She's rocking it on social media. She's following our training and she's applying what she's learning. And Kirsty, maybe you can shout her out a little more, maybe throw some numbers out there. Like, how many people has she brought onto her team since she got started?
Oh man, that's a good question. Like 3 dozen, something like that. I don't know, 30, 20, 50, something in there. I can't even keep up. And the reason I can't keep up is because she is so focused on momentum. She's controlling what she can. I think a lot of times we try to control things that are totally out of our control. Oh, TikTok shut my account down. No, she literally rebounds her ball so fast and so simply because she knows the long-term vision. She wants to retire her husband. And you know what, you guys, she's on her way there. It's incredible.
Didn't you just do that? I think you just did that.
I did just do that.
That's awesome.
Birds of a feather.
Yep. Another shout out is to, and I don't think she's on right now because I think it is about 2 a.m. her time. Brand new person, just started a few weeks ago, Samantha Wellman. And I shared this story with you guys before, guys. I think it was last week during Teachable Tuesday. She started out promoting on TikTok. She was getting literally single-digit views. She reached out to me and said, "Hey, Daniel, I don't know what's up. All my videos are getting single-digit views." And I noticed a pattern. So I looked at her account and I noticed a pattern. She was kind of posting the same video over and over and over again. And, same words, same flow, same feel. And it was very, blah. And I reached out and I said, "Hey, maybe you should try following the formula in our team training site, specifically the short form video training, and focusing on the 4-point formula that you want in every video, which is hook, build up, present value, call to action. And hey, maybe try speaking in your videos," because she was using non-speaking videos. So I said, maybe try speaking and letting people hear your voice and whatever. So she, instead of quitting, giving up and saying, "Oh, woe is me, I'm only getting single-digit views, this doesn't work," she didn't quit. She kept going. And she has, I'll get you guys an exact number. Okay. It's insane what she has been able to do in the last, I think, probably 36 to 48 hours. Okay. It's just been nutty. So she has ranked up to executive. Okay. She started following the formula, started speaking in her videos. She had several videos go north, meaning they got thousands and thousands of views. Okay. And she's personally referred now in the last probably 4 days, 22 people. So think about that. She went from single-digit views on her videos to signing up 22 people in the last few days because she never gave up. She never quit. She stuck with it. She followed the formula. Okay. Another shout out, guys. Ashley Yancey. My goodness. Here's another person. I did the same exact thing that I did with Kylie. I reached out to Kirsty and I said, "Who the heck is Ashley Yancey and what is she doing? She's crushing it." Because every time I would look at my commissions, I would see another sale from Ashley, another sale from Ashley, another sale from Ashley, another sale from Ashley. I'm like, who is it? Do you know her? Like, what is she doing? Did she did she have a following? Did she bring a team in? Like, what's going on? And Kirsty was just like, "Nah." She just followed the formula. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" So Kirsty, I don't know if you want to share a little bit more about her. She's just a massive action taker. followed the plan. And again, she's just, how many people did she sponsor in one day yesterday?
13. I know. I love seeing your guys' reaction. Lynn, that was awesome. The thing is, you guys, okay, hear me loud and clear. Don't you dare for a second think, oh, well, they're just lucky. Oh, well, they're just like stuff. Like, no, they're following design. It's not based on luck, it is based on design. And when you understand it's based on design, it's following a formula, you're going to design exactly what you want. Ashley, just like Kylie, just like Samantha, they're all doing the same type of thing. They're following a formula. Okay. To go, like Samantha, for example, to go barely a month ago, literally like a dozen views on the majority of her videos. You guys, it was not moving anywhere. Of course, she was going to be frustrated. Of course, she's going to be like, what the freak am I doing wrong? Right. Much like some of you, you're like, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not working? First, change your thought process because you're continuing to affirm it's not working. You're right. You're right. Do you want to be right or do you want to have results? Okay. On top of that, Samantha, Kylie, and Ashley, all three of them are relatable. They are talking to the camera. They're talking to the camera. They're following the formula and they're squeezing in so much relatability that the person on the other side of the screen is like, oh my gosh, that's me. I get that. That's me. That's my frustration too. Ashley, for example, same with Kylie and same with Samantha. You guys, they've shared their tips and tricks inside the Facebook group. It's not a secret. They're not hoarding it for themselves. They're talking to the camera. They're saying what comes to their mind. Are you sick and tired of being upsold? How many side hustles have you guys done and you're still not getting the results? What if I could help you open a business for freaking $20 or $200 or whatever? Okay. They're following a formula. But the biggest kicker, at least from my perspective, watching it, is that they're following a formula that's so relatable. They're picking a pain point for something that people have experienced online and they're exposing it, not bashing, they're relating. You understand the difference? Just put the word yes if you understand, because in no way, shape, or form is it like, oh, people who sell courses are bad, just as an example. It's that there are so many people looking for a side hustle, and then they're told they have to upgrade, upsell, fork out tons of money. And what Ashley, Samantha, and Kylie are doing is they're exposing that. Stop buying this kind of stuff when I could help you for free. Does that make sense? The relatability is what people are after. You're here, all of you guys right now, even those on the replay, you're here because what you saw from someone was relatable for you. The painted picture of making money online, the painted picture of, replacing income or getting out of debt or only spending $200 on a business rather than like 500 or 2,500 or $5,000. Okay. Relatability. That's the kicker here. Kylie is a freaking wizard when it comes to that. She just up and started recording in her car and now she can't even keep up with the comments. Why? Because of relatability. Does that make sense, you guys? Just put the word make sense if you feel me.
Yeah, that's crazy too, because and I know we're getting a little off tangent here, guys, but like we share these stories with you guys because this is a real deal. There's real people on our team that are plugging in, taking action, ruling out the excuses, ruling out, the fear and doubt and just going for it and taking action, and they're getting results. And Samantha said the same thing to me. She's like, I could show you the message. It's literally, this is insane. I can't even keep up with all of the comments. And it's, think about it. Like,
that's literally what Kylie and Ashley have said. I can't even keep up.
And so I want you guys to think about this. And this is, I'm going to reference a book here really super quick. Okay. For those of you guys that have read it, here's a little, again, side tangent. I'm just, we're going to be talking about video editing tonight. We just got off on this, but this is really good, really important stuff here. Okay. I want to reference a book, right? It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Okay. Write this down, take a note, take a picture. You can go to YouTube. You can look it up. You can watch, you can listen to it there on YouTube. Right. This book right here is all about choices. So you get to choose every single day. You get to choose the problems that you want to have, right? You literally get to choose the problems that you want to have in your life. And, you know, some of them, like, we're never going to not have any problems. No one here ever, get this out of your head. Nobody's going to live a perfect life. It's not going to happen. It's never, ever going to happen. But you get to choose the problems. Do you want to choose to be overwhelmed? Great. Congratulations. You're overwhelmed. Do you want to choose to be frustrated? Cool. You know, Samantha and Kylie and Ashley are choosing to have too many comments to keep up with. Like, that's a great problem to have. They're choosing certain actions in their day-to-day process. And therefore they're choosing the problem of, man, I'm getting so many sales and so many comments, I can't even keep up. Oh, darn, what a bad problem to have. You know what I mean? So you guys get to choose those things every single day. You can choose to be overwhelmed. You can choose to be frustrated. You could choose to give up and quit, or you could choose to figure it out and keep going. It's your choice, right? And by the way, not making a choice is still deciding. So think about it, guys. All right. Shout outs out of the way.
Okay, let me just say, you guys, if you are a note taker, you really ought to pay attention, because what Daniel's going to share now is super, super important. It's being able to edit quick and easy. Easy because it's simple. Okay, we just overcomplicate, just like you guys heard yesterday at Mindset Monday. And if you pay attention to what Daniel's going to cover, you're going to be able to make really great content faster than sitting there for like hours trying to figure out how to edit and slice and do this and that. Okay, so take notes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom.
Have at it.
All right, cool. So I'm going to share a document with you guys, and I'm even going to pop it down. I'm going to pop this in a minute here. Here, so you got to kick sharing over back to me, or make me the host. So I'm going to share the document with you guys so you can kind of follow along. And what I'm going to do is, obviously you guys are going to get this, and this is kind of just keys to video editing. And again, what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm going to take you through my entire process. I'm literally going to make a video with you live. And this is a video that if you guys went to, you know, if you guys bounced over to my TikTok channel here, one of them, I have multiple TikTok channels, but any of my channels, guys, you would see the same exact style of videos. And that's exactly what I'm going to cover right now. And I'm going to go through the 4-point formula. I'm going to record the video. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through this process right here. So I'm going to get you access to this so you guys can follow along. And then I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share my phone, and we're literally going to record a video live with you guys right now. Then I'm going to jump into Capcut, and I'm going to edit that video and take you through my editing process. And I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can. So basically, when I'm editing the moves that I make, I want you to understand why I'm making those moves and why I'm using the colors and the tones and the sounds and the things that I am. And guys, what I'm going to share with you tonight is the same exact process that I've been doing for a year and a half. Hasn't really changed much. So if I've been doing it for a year and a half and I'm literally sponsoring 10 to 15 people per day, that should be a clue that it works. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop onto here. I'm going to try to, hopefully this will work. Sometimes Zoomage doesn't really want to cooperate. So give me a minute here. Oh, there we go. All right. So KS, you can see my phone, right? You guys can see my phone on screen. All right, cool. So give me just a quick second there. I'm going to, oh, actually, yeah, Kirsty, you have the link. Can you pop the link down into the chat?
The link, your doc.
Yeah, the one for everybody.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Not your editing version, but one for everybody.
Yep. Yep,
All right,
I'll grab
cool.
that.
All right, cool. So she's going to pop that into, so you guys can see that there. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to record a video. And what I also think you guys should do is I think you guys should clone this video, meaning that, you know, we'll upload it. I'll probably put a link to it like on this document here or something like that, is clone this video, because what I'm going to share with you guys in this video that I'm about to do is the same exact style of video that Ashley's doing, same exact style of video that Kylie's doing, same exact videos that Samantha's doing. This kind of 4-point process here that we're going to go through, this works really, really well. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to share my camera on my screen. Boom. There you go. Hey, what's up? Can you see that? Can you guys see me on my phone? Yeah. All right, cool. So I don't have a lot of room to play. So I'm going to kind of work this as best I can. And you guys get to see my office. Look at this. You guys get to, here's a tour of my office. There's my guitar. There's my money tree.
Say, Dan, I noticed your money tree.
Yeah, buddy.
That's my favorite tree. I give them for gifts all the time.
It's a great tree, man. And yeah, ever since I got it, income's been going this way. So just saying. All right. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to record a video. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet, but it's simple as this, right? So here we go. I'm going to start holding up the number 3. Okay. Hold on. Train of thought here. Okay. 3 things that are absolutely critical right now in 2023 to make a full-time income right home. And sorry, try that again. Screwed up. 3 things that are absolutely critical right now in 2023 if you want to be making a full-time income right from home. And by the way, this is something that you can do anywhere you got Wi-Fi. You don't have to have any sort of experience. You can do this in anywhere around the world, over 140 countries, but you got to have these 3 things. So make sure you watch this video all the way through and you understand what's going on here. Number 1, you got to have a cell phone. Number 2, 1 hour per day to perform simple copy and paste activities. Number 3, $20. Yes, that's it. You can have your own business and start earning commissions as soon as today for as little as $20. By the way, you don't have to buy a course. There's no coaching programs to get into. And by the way, that $20 is going to get you your marketing, your funnels, your training, email follow-ups, an app that you could run your entire business from an app on your phone 1 hour per day. So if you want to see what that looks like, you can literally go right here, check it out. It's not going to cost you any money to go check it out right there. If you're ready to get started, it's just $20 and you can have your very own business starting today. Okay. So there it is. Now, what did I cover in that video? I covered obviously a lot of information. But now we're going to dive in. We're going to edit it. We're going to piece it all together. You guys can follow along with that document and go rock this out. So give me 1 second. Just got to let some people in here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go over to Capcut. If you guys don't know what Capcut is, all right, hopefully you guys know what Capcut is. This is covered in our training, right? But Capcut is this app right here. Okay. Everybody can see that. So boom, we're going to go in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to edit our video. I am going to go through this fairly quickly, but the good news is, guys, this is recorded. So if you need to go back and, watch this again and again and again to kind of get the gist of exactly what I'm saying here, oops, you guys can do that. Okay. So there we go. All right. Now, here we go. So I'm going to hit new project. Boom. I'm going to grab the video that I just did right here. First thing I'm going to do is the first thing I do in literally every single video. I'm going to hit the text button down here. Boom, text. And then I'm going to hit auto captions. You're going to want captions. You should have always, if you're speaking in your videos, you should always have captions. Okay. Always. So when we look at that document that you guys have, 4-point formula. Okay. I did the hook. I did the build up, presented the value, right? And then I gave the call to action. So here's what we're going to do. Very first thing is now we're going to start editing. I'm going to get to the headlines. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the headlines first. I was going to jump around, but I'm going to do the headlines first since that's the first thing on there. All right. So first thing, headline. I always like to use these 3 colors. Okay. Red, white, and black. Red, white, and black. Okay. Why are those colors important? Drop a comment. Why are those colors important? Okay. Who knows? Why is red, white, and black important? Nope, not branding. Yeah, it does grab your attention. It does stand out because, again, if you guys, and I'll reference another book here, okay? This is a book called Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards. Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards, okay? Here's the deal, guys. I'm going to throw you guys a value nugget right now. You can write this down, take a note. If you want to be wealthy, study wealthy, right? If you want to be healthy, study healthy. If you want to be good at marketing, study what? Marketing. It's crazy. So I've learned over the years of doing this that when marketing, red, white, and black are the 3 most popular colors, and also the 3 most solid colors. I don't think solid's really the right word there, but the 3 most important colors that get attention when it comes to visual marketing. Okay. So there you go. All right. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this video a title. I'm going to create basically what's considered like a thumbnail. Okay. So I put 2023 because in the very beginning of the video, I talked about, hey, right now in 2023. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to background. I'm going to do white background with black. Oops, sorry. White background, black text. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change the font. I like to use Classic 2. That's just me. You guys can do whatever you want. I just kind of do that. I like to make that nice and big. And then I'm using both of my thumbs right now. And I'm going to tilt that just a little bit. Why do I tilt it? Just gives it a better view, right? It's better than being straight. That's my opinion. 2023, right? Now I'm holding up the number 3, right? 3 critical things okay, style. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to alternate the color scheme. That's it. I'm going to alternate the color scheme. 3 critical things. Okay. Save that. And then 3 critical things you need. And you'll also notice too that I capitalize the first letter of every word, if you notice that. Okay. So there you go. So we got 3 different lines here. We got black, white with black letters. We got red with white letters, and we got white with red letters. Okay. That's a tongue twister right there. So there you go. Now I'm going to look at the text. I'm going to look at the captions, and I always like to make the captions pop just a little bit. Okay. How I do that is I just tap on the caption itself. I'm going to go over here to the style, and in the style, I'm going to tap the very first, I'll kind of draw on the thing here so you guys can kind of see this. I tap the very first one. Bill, Kirsty, can you see me drawing on the screen? All right, cool. So I tap the very first doodad right there, whatever you want to call that, little text icon. And then I like to make the size a 12-point font. Okay, so I just use my thumb and I scroll. See how you make it really big? You can see how the letters are white, but they have like that black outline to them. I like to make it a 12-point font. So it's just big enough to get your attention, but it's not too big where it's going to take attention away from what you're doing. Okay. So that's all set. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the next point in the video where I'm doing some sort of call to action or some sort of like thing that's going to get their attention. And that's when I say 3 things, right? And I talk about what those 3 things are. Oops. So we're going to scroll on here. And what's cool, guys, is there's not a lot of editing in this video. I don't put a ton of editing in my videos. Okay. I've seen some of you guys' videos. And as an example, if you guys are going to do like a 1-minute video, you'll do 10 segments that add up to a total of 1 minute, or, 5 segments that add up to a total of a minute or something like that. I just record one shot all the way through. That's just for me, kind of how I do it. But you guys can kind of, again, do whatever is comfortable for you. You guys got to realize, like, I've literally been doing this for a while. So for me to just bang out a 60-second video all in one shot, I've been practicing it for years. So for me to whip a video like that out, it's just practice. That's it. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. Super simple. Okay. So I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to look for the point where I start talking about the three things, right? Make sure you watch this video all the way through, understand what's going on here. Number one, okay, here we go. Number one, boom. Got to have a phone. And I'm going to put the little phone emoji doodad in there, shrink that down a little bit so it fits in the screen, still keeping the angle on the text right there. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to animation and I'm just going to select pop-up right there. So when I say number one, boop, it pops up. What does that little pop-up do? It gets your attention. It's just a little something cool for the viewer to be like, oh, what was that? Right? So I do that. And then I go to number one, you got to have a cell phone. Okay. Now I'm scrolling along here. I'm using my thumb and I'm scrolling along here. And all I'm looking for in the video is when I hold my hands up and I say number two. You can also, a good part, guys, about doing the captions ahead of time is you can tell what you're saying in the video without the audio playing. So when you're editing, it's kind of easy because you're like, oh, that's what I said right there. Okay. So as an example, I'm using my thumb to scroll along until I show on the screen, hey, number two, I'm going to take the phone clip and I'm going to cut that back a little because that would overlap where I need to put number two. So I scroll a little bit further, number two, I'm going to add text, boom. Now I'm going to put 1 hour per day. And in this point, just like the title, I'm not capitalizing each word, the first letter of each word, because don't really care at this point. I don't think it's needed. Animation, what am I going to do again? Again, I'm going to pop it up. I'm going to hit. 1 second. There we go. Boom, popped it up. Okay. So for her to follow along, number one, pop up phone. You got to have a phone. Number two, 1 hour per day to perform simple copy and paste activities. Okay. And number three, I don't have to edit the number two text that I just put in there because that already ended. I could scroll it. I could make it longer, but we don't need to do that. Okay. I'm waiting for number three right there. I'm going to add more text and I'm going to hit 3. Okay. $20. Boom. Animation. I'm going to pop that up again right there. Boom. And there you go. So if I were to play this, gotta have a cell phone. Number two, 1 hour. Can you hear that when I play it? Okay. Day to perform simple copy and paste activities. Number three, $20. Yep, that's it. You can have your own business. And by the way, let me throw this out there. If you guys are using the titanium link, just change the dollar amount. Change it to $199 or $200, whatever you want to do. I just use $20 because that's what I do. But if you want to use titanium, if you want to use platinum, whatever dollar amount you're pushing, you're promoting, it's entirely up to you. Remember, you're selling your business. You're not selling the funnel team. You're not selling somebody else's business. This is you. You're selling your business. So it's whatever you want to be promoting and talking about. Okay. So there's the three things right there. And they all pop up, you know, that white and red that gets your attention right there. Okay. There's some other things that are going on here that I want to talk about. And this is kind of important. I want to talk for a minute about authority positioning. And you can hear me out when I say this, guys. In your videos, you can say a lot without saying anything. You can say a lot without saying anything. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Right? What do I mean by that? You can, if you guys look at the background, right? You guys look at the background. What's in the background of my video? And I know not everybody has all this, but I'm just saying, like, use what you can. Use what you can. So in the background, I have a money tree. I have lighting. I have a MacBook. My video, I was moving around. I was spinning. I was keeping the background changing. When I spun and I showed my bookcase, I have books, you know, all of those things can give you authority positioning in your videos, meaning that you already look, without saying anything, you already look like someone who has experience. Okay. Even if you're brand new, you could still have if you have a laptop, if you have a computer, if you have a bookshelf, any of that stuff you could use as your background. And it's just going to give you authority positioning versus everybody else that's not doing that. So food for thought. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the next portion where I know I talked about buying courses and here's what the $20 gets you. Okay. This is important. And you guys should really kind of try to weave this stuff into your videos, because you'll see in a lot of comments, if you do talk about, hey, it's just $100 to get started, $20 to get started, $200 to get started. A lot of people are used to on social media having to buy courses or signing up for coaching programs. And when you tell people, like, you don't have to buy a course, you don't have to sell a coaching program, you can literally start earning commissions as soon as today, and it's only going to cost you 20 bucks. And you could get marketing, training, funnels, email follow-ups done for you, and an app that you could run your business from in your phone an hour per day, all for this. Like, people like that. Okay. So I'm scrolling along here and I'm going to find, by the way, the $20 is going to get you, I like to use my hands, marketing, funnels, emails, that type of stuff, right? So I'm going to do the same thing I just did, except now I'm going to change the color scheme around. Okay. So I'm just following what I'm saying in the video here. So marketing, but I'm going to change the background because I just used white background, white background, red letters. Now I'm going to flip it around and go red background, white letters. Okay. A little trick of the trade there, a little something, something. Okay. All right. So boom. And again, animation. I'm going to use the pop-up. Boom. So I say marketing, funnels. As soon as I do and you see my face going, I'm going to go funnels, animation. Okay. Pop up. Boom. There you go. You can put this anywhere on the screen you want. It doesn't really matter. Just get it in there, pop it in there, have some fun with it, play around with it. Funnels, training. Okay. Starting to say the word training. Boom. Animation. Oops. Hang on. There we go. I'm trying to keep these all roughly the same size because I'm going to fit a few words on the screen right now. So training, boom, boom, boom. Email follow-ups. So this looks weird. It looks like UPS, like not the guys in brown. So I'm just going to change that. So it says follow-ups. Go into the text itself and change that. And I'm going to add text. And I'm going to put, instead of putting email follow-ups, that's kind of like a lot of information. I'm just going to put emails. Okay. So it just says the word email. So instead of saying email follow-ups, it just says emails. So cool. Now, one more and an app right there. App looks like I'm yelling at you. App. All right. So there we go. Boom. There's your app. Bam, boom. Okay. Now, how long do I keep that on screen? I'm going to make all of these go the same amount of time. So I'm just going to click the end of, or I'm going to tap with my phone, the end of what I'm putting on screen here, each of these marketing, trainings, funnels, all that good stuff. And I'm just going to make all of this end at the same time. And there's a reason coming up that I'm going to do that. Okay. Boom. So we'll just play it so you guys can see what it looks like when I play through it. It's going to get you your marketing, your funnels, your training, email follow-ups, an app that you can run your entire business from an app on your phone 1 hour per day. So if you want, and if I wanted to, I can even put just 1 hour per day. Okay. And again, gonna make that pop up because it'll look a little cooler. So there you go. Oops. I'm going to capitalize that D. Because I want this one to pop out. Okay. So boom, boom, boom. App on your phone, 1 hour per day. And you just notice it's just little simple stuff, guys. Like when I go to point, that's when, boom, the pop-up is right there. So it looks like it's all synced together. Okay. Simple and easy stuff. Now, 1 hour per day. And the very last thing that we're going to have to do is I gave the call to action. The call to action, we're going to do similar, but I'm going to put a sound to it. All right. So you can literally go right here. So right when I'm pointing, this is where we want our link. My specific link is copythissite.com. You guys would put your own domain. This is where you put your own domain, right? Steps to checks, work with billybob.com, grow with alice.com, dailycashhelp.com, whatever your link is, this is where that would go. And again, I'm going to use the pop-up, but I'm going to do something different right now. When I go to give the call to action, and that's coming on screen, this is where I want to put a little sound in there. I'm going to tap back on my, my guys down here. So you're going to tap back until you see audio, right? So in audio, I'm going to tap on audio and I'm going to tap on sounds. And here is where I'm going to go here and I'm going to search for, I want a ding. I want a ding when that pops in there. Okay. So ding bell tone. This is the one I use. It's literally 2 seconds right there. I'm going to use that one. So now when the link pops up, it's going to go ding. Now, other thing I like to add on here is learn for free. Because if anyone goes and watches the video, is it going to cost them any money to watch a video? No. So I always like to say, learn for free. You can learn for free. But you may have some people in your comments being like, you said it was free. It's like, nah, you could learn for free. So again, we're going to have multiple things on the screen here. So again, my thought process is same color scheme. We're just going to mix it up. I'm actually going to move this down a little bit there. And I'm going to do learn for free. Okay. Animation. We're going to do a little pop-up. Boom. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more text. And I'm going to add some down arrows. And you can see here, because I used a background with the previous text, the previous two texts, the learn for free and the copy of the site, I want to get rid of that background now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and this little remove button right here, I want to remove that background. Okay, like that. And I'm also going to give it a slightly different animation. So instead of just doing the bounce up, I want it to have a constant bounce. So throughout the rest of this video, which is basically another 6 seconds, because it's a 1-minute video, I want those arrows to really accent what I want them to pay attention to. So we did that. We're going to do that with some bouncing arrows. And we also did that with a ding when I pointed to the link. So we're giving the call to action a little extra attention compared to the marketing funnels, or, hey, you only need $20 an hour per day, et cetera. Okay. So in animation, I'm going to go over to here, but specifically what I want you guys to focus on is loop. What is a loop? It's the same animation as a pop-up, but instead of it doing it once, it does it in a loop. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to scroll up. The one I like to use here is, where'd it go? Oops, hang on. I'm not in loop. That's why. Is the jiggle. Okay, so we're going to use the jiggle. And the call to action and these 3 things that I just put on here, we're going to extend them right to the end of the video. And also, hypothetically, guys, if let's say that I gave my call to action at the 54-second mark. Let's say you gave your call to action at the 30-second mark, which I do all the time. Sometimes I'll do it in like the first 5 seconds. I still have the call to action on the screen the entire time. I always keep, once I put the link up there, I always keep it there. Sometimes people put it up, they take it down, they put it up, they take it down. Once I put it up, I just leave it up. That's me. For some reason, this is not showing here. So let me try this again. There we go. Animation loop. All right, there we go. Now it's going to go do what it needs to do. All right, there we go. So now let's look at this, or let's listen to this so you guys can kind of hear what's going on. Per day. So if you want to see what that looks like, you can literally go right here, check it out. It's not going to cost you any money to go check it out right there. You're ready to get. So that's that. And in a nutshell, guys, like, that's my video. There really wasn't a whole lot of crazy editing in here. I didn't have to edit a whole bunch of clips together. I just recorded it all in one shot. Now, again, keep in mind, if I said a mouthful in about a minute. If you guys needed to, and I've seen plenty, as a matter of fact, Ashley Yancey, right? She has an awesome video where I think it has 40, 50, 60, maybe even 100,000 views. I don't know. And it's almost the same exact flow as mine, but she cut it up into, I think, probably 7 or 8 different clips. I don't expect anybody to, memorize everything I said, but to give you guys the example, you don't have to do it all in one shot. Okay. You don't have to do it all in one shot. If you needed to record something like this and follow my lead on this, you could do it in multiple different clips if it's easier, and then add in the clips into Capcut and then just go through the same editing process that I just showed you guys. So now what we're going to do is I'll just play the entire video for you. Okay. So, and hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm going to play the whole video for you, so you guys can get a feel for how the whole thing flows all together. Okay. That's it. 3 things that are absolutely critical right now in 2023 if you want to be making a full-time income right from home. And by the way, this is something that you can do anywhere you got Wi-Fi. You don't have to have any sort of experience. You can do this in anywhere around the world, over 140 countries. But you got to have these 3 things. So make sure you watch this video all the way through to understand what's going on here. Number 1, got to have a cell phone. Number 2, 1 hour per day to perform simple copy and paste activities. Number 3, $20. Yeah, that's it. You can have your own business and start earning commissions as soon as today for as little as $20. By the way, you don't have to buy a course. There's no coaching programs to get into. And by the way, that $20 is going to get you your marketing, your funnels, your training, email follow-ups, an app that you could run your entire business from an app on your phone, 1 hour per day. So if you want to see what that looks like, you can literally go right here, check it out. It's not going to cost you any money to go check it out right there. If you're ready to get started, it's just $20. You can have your very own business starting today. So the only other thing I want to talk about real quick, guys, is music. Now, since I'm speaking in this video, I could put a background music in there. If I wanted to, I could go back here into audio. I could go to sounds. A lot of times, if I am going to put music in the background while I'm speaking, which I almost never do, I would go to vlog, because these are just normally like just kind of cool beats, and they can just kind of sit there subtly in the background. If you wanted to add that in, you could. You could go to trending. Like really, I would just kind of bounce between vlog and trending. Again, if I was going to put music in here, 99.999% of the time when I do speaking videos, I never have background music. Some people do, some people don't. I'm of the school that if what you're saying is going to get their attention, and this is important if you follow the 4-point formula, if what you're saying is going to get their attention, you don't need music. Now, if you're going to use non-speaking videos, and let's say you're just walking and you're pointing to the words on the screen and you want to have music, cool. This would be the point where you would insert the music in there. Again, you could just go to sounds, hit audio, go into vlog or trending, pick something that works with the feel of your video. But for me personally, when I'm speaking in my videos, I almost never add music. So at this point, I'm going to hit the little up arrow up here at the top right-hand screen, and we're going to export the video out. And then this video is literally ready to go. This video is 100% ready to lock and load. So as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to post this. I'm going to go post this video right now. So I'm just going to wait for this to load. I'll show you again, guys, I'm taking you through my exact process. Simple. So I'm going to hit done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, little hint, little nudge, little wink of some tips and tricks. And what I'm showing you right here is also in our team training site. I have hashtags already saved. I have hashtags saved for TikTok. I have hashtags saved for Facebook. I'm going to grab my Facebook hashtags. Okay. I'm going to come over to Facebook. Boom. I'm going to load that up. I'm going to come over to Reels, just like that. Boom. And here we go. I'm going to post a reel. I'm going to hit create reel. I'm going to grab the video I just did. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to pop my hashtags in there. Boom. It's going public. I'm going to hit share. That's it. It's like that. You guys, that is my exact process right there. Simple, right? So I know I covered a lot of information and we did some technical stuff, right? But if you guys want to see exactly how I did what I did, and some of that maybe was confusing, or maybe you thought I went too fast or whatever it is, then all you got to do is, this is obviously recorded, so you can go back and you can watch this a few times if you need to, but that's basic video editing with CapCut. So I hope that was helpful. And also understand that you don't need to go crazy. I even honestly, like, I've made videos that literally just have the headline at the beginning and then the call to action at the end. And then that's it. Like the stuff where I was going, $20, 1 hour per day, a cell phone, like stuff like that. And I had the text popping up. I've done hundreds of videos without that stuff. You don't have to have fancy editing. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Again, with practice and, consistency, it really comes down to what you say, how you say it. If you use the 4-point formula, and this is probably the most important part, if you use the 4-point formula and you're practicing and you're practicing and you're practicing, just like Catherine, just like Kirsty, just like Ashley, just like Samantha, just like Kylie, like the people that right now that are crushing it, what are they doing? They're following exactly what I just showed you. They're talking about those things. They're using those hooks. They're talking about, the 3 things that you need to make money online. They're talking about, hey, you don't have to buy courses. I'm going to get you all of your marketing, your funnels, your trainings, your email follow-up, an app that you could use, run your business right from your phone. Simple as that. They're using that stuff because those are great hooks. Those are great buildups. They give a solid call to action. That's it. You don't need the fancy video editing, but I just wanted to share with you my process so you can kind of understand what I do, why I do, how I do. And I hope that makes sense. All right. So guys, any questions? Kirsty, anything I missed? Anything I missed?
No, I think you nailed it. And based on the feedback right now, I think that it was really, really helpful. As always, Daniel, you're awesome. The biggest thing, and just what I want to reiterate, is it's nice to have, the sounds and the pop-up and the ding, and that's all fun. It's really great. It is. But if your content sucks, all of those editing and you taking the time to do it won't matter. So be sure to follow the 4-piece formula: hook, build up, present value, call to action. What makes a person stay? How is it a movie trailer where they're like, I want more, right? Call to action. Call to action, when attached to your funnel, should give you a lead in real time, right? And based on the pain point, based on the relatability that you just gave the person, they're like, yo, Dalton, I've got to connect with you. Holy crap, Lynn, whoever that is, I need to connect with her. That kind of a thing. When you do that, oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. And yes, David, we are going to have this on teachabletuesdayreplays.com here within the next hour or so. So be sure to watch it back if you guys need it. You can also find a little bit of training about hashtags. The only one that I remember off the top of my head is under Facebook Deep Dive. It's titled something like that at teachabletuesdayreplays.com. I want to say it was like back in January or even December, but we definitely talk about hashtags in there. And you guys, like, seriously, your editing skills, being able to create the right content, knowing how to do the right hook and things like that, knowing how to relate to people, it comes because of practice. Just hit that dang record button, hurry and say the wrong thing and feel like a weirdo. Hurry and watch it back and wow, I look like so funny. You should see my content from a year ago. I get my Facebook memories. I'm like, what the freak was I doing? And now it's a little bit better because I have practiced. Okay. So
Hey,
get away
Kirsty.
from the perfection of, oh, I have to, smash it down the first time. No, you don't. They have no idea if you're like a pro at marketing or a pro at editing or not. It's all about practicing. What were you going to say, Bill?
I was just going to say, there's a perfect question that is definitely your wheelhouse about people being afraid. And you went over this last week about how even you feel a little anxiety when you talk about your income in front of your family and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So David Donson, I'm not picking on David, but maybe you want to just hit that you cannot promote in a closet. That's how I feel. That's my opinion. And read his comment. Maybe you want to hit a little bit because that will help a lot of people. That comes up all the time, what he just wrote. He doesn't want anyone seeing his stuff. Certain people, if I'm reading that right. So just help him out there. Thank you.
You can't
Yeah,
promote
I
in a
got the perfect
closet.
reply to that.
Yes, go ahead,
I don't
Daniel.
know if you want me to hit it. So this is where I get super real and super blunt. And it's as simple as this, guys. You either want it or you don't. And I'm going to put it as bluntly as this. And I get this is a big move because the you that all of your friends and family know, and then you turn into a marketer and you start posting stuff, they're like, what's this guy doing? Or what's this girl doing? Or what are you doing? Like, I want you to understand this and let this sink in. This is super important. And this just doesn't go for David. This is for everybody. Okay. If you give a crap about what other people think, you are never going to make the money that you want or deserve. End of story. Now, I'm not saying like, just have a don't give a crap attitude. I'm just saying you need to not let other people's opinions sway you from what you're trying to do here. Because at the end of the day, again, you either want to get results or you come up with excuses. You either do one of two things. You create results or you create excuses. And if you care too much about what other people think, it's going to prevent you from taking the action that is going to deliver you the results that you want. Last thing, when you get going, when you go down this road and you're on this journey, your biggest supporters are going to be people you don't know. Your biggest critics are going to be the people that are closest to you. And the reason why they're critical is because they don't understand. That's it. That's it.
What today?
So,
Hi, tree baby.
so simple as that, guys. Kirsty, if there's anything I missed, let me know.
Nope, that's it, my friend. Awesome, guys. The document, again, I'll post it here in the chat. Okay, so you guys have it. Feel free to watch this back at teachabletuesdayreplays.com. It'll be uploaded later tonight here within the next hour, something like that, just there at the top. And then as always, use that document, go to the very bottom where it says Teachable Tuesday collaboration, click that, go to the Teachable Tuesday long-standing post that we have inside the TFT Facebook group, and just comment what you learned tonight. Don't just say it was awesome, that's great, but say, hey, this is my light bulb moment. This was really great. The reason we want you to do that is because it's collaboration from the front. So someone who is not here tonight, they see that post and Jason had commented, oh, this was so good. And Cindy commented and said, wow, this really helped me out. Then that person seeing it, whether they were here or not, they want to go watch that replay so that all of us can collaborate, all of us can increase. Does that make sense? All right. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. Replay will be available here within the next hour. Again, teachabletuesdayreplays.com. Go collaborate inside the TFT Facebook group and we'll see you shortly. Thanks for coming on, guys. Bye.
Later.